Hey, what's up everybody? Adam here. This is my third video for the 8-week vlogging challenge that I'm doing. And of course, I want to talk about sales today. Actually, I want to talk about online versus offline sales and how one word or just a couple words can make all the difference in the world. We have found that a lot of entrepreneurs, including ourselves, have gone through a struggle when it comes to selling online. So when you're offline, you're on the phone, you have conversations, you can adapt your conversation, tell the right stories. We're all about storytelling at Change Creator, and you can make the sale. Now online, maybe you're struggling. Maybe you're not getting the same sales conversions that you usually would get on the phone, right? And 9 times out of 10, what we have found is it could be the difference of just 1 or 2 words that are on that page, seriously. And, we all get into, if we get into entrepreneurship, you're going to hear, you got to know your customer, right? You got to know their pain points, blah, 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 blah. Yes, of course. But there's this simplicity behind it, and we tend to overcomplicate this sometimes. And I want to tell you about, I'm going to tell you an example here, okay? And it's about what I'm doing right now with this pool deck behind me. So I'm literally looking to figure out what I need to do to paint this pool deck. And I've never done it before, but it's ready for a facelift, right? Freshen it up, all that good stuff. So here I am doing all this research, and I'm finding that there's a lot of different paints out there for concrete. This is a concrete pool deck back here. And there's a ton of exterior, like outdoor paints that have grip in them and all these great things. They're good with the sun, the mildew, the weather, all that stuff. And these are all things that are important to me as well because, over time you don't want the mildew and the oils from look at all these trees back here. They got flowers and tannins and all this stuff, right? So, but there's one thing that was really important to me. So here I am reading all these descriptions, and I can see here's a great paint. It has the right cost, maybe, has all these great things. It's, for concrete. But if it didn't say one thing on the page, I would literally say forget it and move on to the other one. And the 2 words I was looking for is, well, pool deck. So if it didn't say this is paint that's good for your pool deck, then I wasn't going to buy it, right? Just like maybe someone might be saying, if this is not good at fighting mildew and stains because that's their nightmare, they're not going to buy it. So when we say, you have to know your customer, there are trigger words like that if you don't have them on the sales page or your checkout card and the marketing portion of your business there for that product, people will pass you by, even though it's the most, it could be the perfect solution for them, right? Perfectly fine. There's tons of paints out there that would have been great for my pool. But if they didn't specifically say this is good for a pool deck, even though it's fine for a pool deck, I would skip it and go on to the other paints that reassured me this is good for a pool deck, right? And I think that's really interesting, and it sounds so simple, but it's astonishing because we've seen incredible results with our own sales just by making small tweaks. So the last thing I'll say about this, sometimes these little types of things just give us extra clarity of how simple this can be. The last thing I want to say is that you have to have patience because when you're testing these things out digitally, it takes either organic traffic, which means a lot of time if you don't have a big audience, but to money maybe to get traffic and attention there. And you have to wait and see, what is the data saying? Is this working? And then you make that change, right? You add 1 bullet point or change the key pain point to pool deck, right? Good for pool decks. And all of a sudden, the sales start coming in, right? That's what they needed to hear. That was the reassurance. Anyway, that's my thought for the day. Hope it's helpful. Catch you on the next one.